Okay, so this is our conference call with YUHAN and Jennie. We are going over our Inquiry 3 project together, and YUHAN is sharing her screen with me at the moment, and this is her teaching video from her classroom. So we're going to go ahead and watch the video together, and then we're going to go ahead and collaborate about her observation. And just as a side note, I am currently inside a Starbucks, so there is music in the background, so I apologize, and hopefully everybody can hear everything. All right. Okay, YUHAN, go ahead and hit play.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, YUHAN, let's go ahead and pause it for right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the volume is rather low, but you really kind of don't really need to hear because I'm looking for just your interactivisms with your students at this point. So explain to me what's going on in the video, just so we have an idea of what you're working on there.
Oh, yes. Well, a little bit change about our lesson plan because for the ILP 3, we're supposed to do the real life problems. Remember?
Yes.
But I didn't do that because that day we very good class and we're going to work I purchased the lesson plan and worksheet from online, so I want to try it. It worked very well. So
Okay.
I feel that. So basically, it's different. It's the actual lesson plan.
Okay.
You know, something different.
Yeah.
And from that day. So that day I gave everyone. I gave them worksheet, the paper, and then I post on and then we review what we have learned, and then I let the students work through.
Okay.
And then they work one by one the work, and then I go over like that.
Okay, good. So what you were doing there right there was just kind of going over the lesson, and then they were going to work together in groups, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel that the instruction went? How do you feel like your delivery of the content went?
It's very smooth. And first, I let students to work, and then they have questions, ask me, and I solve some groups, and then I find out what their function is, and then I go over. So it's definitely pretty smooth.
Okay, good. What did you notice differently this time than the last observation we recorded?
I think the students, because I purchased different learning materials. They just very happy.
Okay, very good. You know what? Let's go ahead and stop sharing your screen. I think just our Wi-Fi connections are so slow. And since you're uploading this video to your ILP anyways, we'll just go, we can watch it from the ILP. So if you want, you can go ahead and hit stop sharing.
Stop sharing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, there. Now we can see you in the video and not me. All right. So I personally thought you showed a big growth in your classroom management, which I know you and I have talked about. And you've been working on a lot of more of a positive reward system with your students. And you said that was going well. Okay, like phone calls home and notes home and things like that we've kind of talked about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see just from the last video to this video, the students are more engaged. They are on task. When I watched the video earlier, when you sent it to me, there was a couple squirrely kids in the back, but they're probably just being boys and being recorded. Of course, they're going to act up a little bit. But I think overall, looking at the whole class, they were working, they were asking questions. You were definitely using your proximity, which was good. You had talked to me about how that was helping, kind of walking right next to the kid and saying hi, and getting their attention that way. So big improvements. That was very good. I'm glad that this is all kind of coming together and what you're trying is working. So that's good. So how did this help you as far as the ILP, as far as what our goal was? Our goal for the ILP was to create a better management, right?
The goal of the ILP was use the strategy to solve the real life problem.
Right. And so we didn't do necessarily the real life part, but
organizing curriculum to facilitate the students' understanding of the subject matter.
That's right. Okay. How did they perform after this lesson? You had done a different lesson. How did they do on this?
They do very good, and they engage more and ask more questions, and
Good. I saw that in the video. A lot of more wanted to check for understanding. I saw a couple kids call you over just to check their answer, not even for help. They just wanted to make sure they were doing it correctly.
Yeah.
That's good. Awesome. All right. Well, what areas do you feel that you would like to still work on? Any teaching areas? I mean, like classroom environment. Do you have any concerns or want to work on anything as far as your room?
My room. I think that so far next step, what should I do? I think next step is a real life problem.
Yeah.
This step is let me see. So far, this LP is how do I close the gap? So I'm going to problem solving strategies to help able to solve the real life problems. I don't need it, right?
Right.
So maybe problem solving strategy help students able to solve the not real life problems, some problems. Solve
what might be really good for something like that is maybe a project where you give them just the material they need, the instructions, and they have to kind of figure it out working in groups. So make it into a project type situation where you can just walk around and facilitate, and that's real world. Say, here's a real world problem. This is something you will encounter in the, outside of school one day. How are you going to handle it? And the kids really get involved then, because then they're talking to their friends and, they start collaborating, and some of their reasoning gets very silly and funny and makes for an interesting day or a couple days. I usually have those projects go for a couple days.
So the coloring, for example, if you solve the problem, you coloring the different color. Is that the project? Is that can be called a project?
It could. Send it to me. I'll look at it. I'd have to see what it looks like, but yeah, that could work.
Good. And then my worksheet can be the problem have to coloring.
Oh.
And this time we don't have to mention the coloring. We can do the project next the circle.
Okay.
4.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
That could work. Yeah, I would definitely just try to think of something that they could collaborate solely on, because when they rely so much on us teachers to tell them how to do things, when you give them those recording will stop in 30 seconds. Oh my goodness, my recording has ended. Our recording call for some reason is going to end. I don't know why, but we'll just keep going. So if a student is so used to having the teacher tell them how to do things, and then you hand them a scenario that they have to solve all on their own or with the use of their friends, it really makes learning happen. That's when the questions start coming out, and you just